So, welcome back to the second episode of the Dilks Musk with your hosts, JD and Chris. Thank you for coming along. For those who watched the first episode or listened to the first episode, Chris wants to double down and do 2 episodes a week.
Well, we tried doing one last night.
Well, we're going to try to do 2 a week if we can. Sometimes things just, life just gets in the way sometimes.
Yeah, I guess so, if you call it that.
Yep, that's exactly what we'll call it.
Okay.
And you had started now, what was your top 90s movies? And now I needed genres.
All right, let's go 90s.
Because there's 90s teenager movies like American Pie, like
No.
Dazed and Confused, like...
Let's go top 3 comedies in the 90s.
Tommy Boy.
Yep. That's my number 1.
Wedding Singer is up there.
No, not even sniffing up there for me.
Really?
I have Plane, Trains, and Automobiles up there.
But that came out in the 80s.
I think that was the 9.
I'm 195% sure.
Then I won't put that in the 90s.
Home Alone?
It's a great one.
Goodfellas?
It's not a comedy.
Depends on who's watching.
No, that's not a comedy at all. There's no Wait, there's a couple
There's a couple scenes that are kind of funny.
Yeah, but effed
funny
up
how?
Funny. Effed up funny.
Funny how? Like I'm here for your
clown. I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, it's
just like how you say Die Hard's a Christmas movie, which it is not.
It is.
They have 3 Christmas songs throughout the whole thing, and you can't call it. I'd rather Lethal Weapon be a Christmas movie.
Which is also Lethal Weapon is also a Christmas movie. Lethal Weapon takes place during Christmas.
They sell one Christmas tree.
What?
They sell they're at a Christmas tree farm.
They're at a Christmas tree farm, but really it was
a farm.
No, it was a lot. And it was cover. It was a cover for them to sell cocaine. Cocaine. And Melly Gibson went undercover to buy the cocaine in the Christmas tree lot.
I've seen the movie.
Okay, and there's Christmas songs. There's even Christmas carolers that are going around the office, the police station.
But you don't see in Christmas Vacation them doing selling cocaine, do you? No. So
It's a Wonderful Life. You must be on quite the drinking bender to pass out like that.
It was the 50s. It was the 50s.
All right. I don't know. Listen, Die Hard's a Christmas movie. It takes place during Christmas, during a Christmas party. What was that movie that came out a few years ago? Literally called Christmas Party with T.J. Miller when they destroy the office.
That was a Christmas movie.
Why? What makes that a Christmas movie and not Die Hard?
Well,
it's both rated R. Both have plenty of curses.
Valid.
Both destroy a place.
When did Die Hard get released?
1987.
No, what month? What month?
Oh, it probably came out over the summer. I don't know. Let me find out exactly.
That Christmas movie that you're talking about with T.J. Miller and Jason Bateman, I believe.
Yeah.
Came out in December.
July 22nd, 1988.
Middle of the year. This isn't Christmas in July.
It is. It's exactly what it is. It's Christmas in July. There's no way, besides the fact that you just want to argue with me, there's no way in your mind you don't think Die Hard is a Christmas movie. There's no way. You have to think that it is.
I don't have to do anything.
Well, no, that's because I'm telling you, you have to. The only reason you're so combative, if I was to come on here and say Die Hard is not a Christmas movie, And you would be like, yes, it is. It does this. It does that. It does this.
No, I would
There's
agree
a
with you.
catchphrase. There's even a catchphrase in it. There's catchphrases in all or in all Christmas movies.
Yeah.
God bless us, every one of us.
No, what's the catchphrase? He's crawling through the ductwork.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yeah, a little different than God bless us, everyone. Just
It depends on who you're asking.
no. You hear it? You hear it downstairs?
Yeah, she's talking.
I know she doesn't believe that Die Hard is a Christmas movie either. I'm not throwing Die Hard on for her downstairs.
Well, yeah, you're
It's
not throwing on.
like this.
You're
let's
not
watch
putting
Grinch
on
tonight.
Office Christmas Party either.
Let's put on Grinch tonight, and then let's put on Die Hard after that. I think Bria would really like it.
Yeah, you're not going to put on It's a Wonderful Life for Brie either. It'll go over her head.
So do all the movies.
Nah.
No, she really loves Elf. Elf
Yeah.
is her favorite.
So this isn't even Christmas time.
I have a question.
Okay.
Who would you believe that is the most well-rounded actor of all time? I have my opinion.
Most well-rounded, as in does comedies.
Can do it all. Drama, comedy, action, thriller, all of it. You want to hear mine?
Yeah.
Robin Williams.
Okay, that's a good one.
Can you handle that? I don't even know where my microphone is, but I always wanted to do that.
Yeah, it's right there. You got it.
Robin Williams.
I almost thought you were going to say Ryan Gosling.
No.
And I was going to agree with you anyway, because Ryan Gosling.
He can do it all, but he doesn't do well with serious.
With what?
Serious.
Serious? Well, he's a funny guy, but
do you concur with the Robin Williams, sir?
Yeah, Robin Williams is definitely one of the most versatile actors.
Who do you think?
And Robin Williams used to have homeless people hired on all of his movies.
I know. Who do you think?
I almost want to go Robin Williams. Only because he does, or Joe Pesci.
Bobby De Niro.
Yeah, Robert De Niro's done everything from action to comedies.
Would you say Tommy Hanks?
Oh, yeah, Tom Hanks, 100%.
I'm trying to think of comedies.
Forrest Gump.
Comedies for Tom.
I
guess
Big. Big is a comedy.
Big's a little bit of a drama.
No, but it's a comedy. And he did that Neighbors movie.
We did.
Yeah, huh? Or the Money Pit. What was that called?
Neighbors was
The Bergs.
Tom Hanks in Bergs, yeah.
Yeah, that's a comedy.
It was a comedy. Young Tommy did comedy.
Well, yeah, they hit a certain point, and then once they realize they can get paid money to do dramas, they're like, well, I'm not.
Not Robin.
No, he kept doing comedies. He didn't care about how much he was getting paid.
He did RV, like that was one of his last movies that he did. The movie RV.
Really? Was that one of his last?
One of his top 5 last.
Hate to go out with RV.
Jay, that's effed up.
Well, no, I mean.
I know all those like iconic movies, and then
you do RV and then you pass away.
I don't know. Now, don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I know it's hard to believe, but I have been wrong before.
I think you're wrong.
I think maybe last 5. I'm not saying it was his last.
It doesn't even show me. Oh, 2006. No, it wasn't his last. It came out April 28th, 2006.
And he did weird parts too.
What do you mean?
1 hour photo, creepy as shit.
Oh yeah, definitely weird. And then obviously Good Will Hunting.
Okay. Did he win an award for that?
Yeah, I think so.
What about Matt Damon? Did he win an award?
Matt Damon and Ben Affleck both won Best Writing of a Screenplay.
Oh, I didn't know they wrote that.
You didn't know that they wrote Good Will Hunting?
No.
Yeah.
All I know is that Matt Damon would get his ass whooped by Liam Neeson.
We're
Not
not
gonna
doing
dive
this.
back.
We're
I'm
not
not
gonna.
diving back. I know. I'm not.
Remember, Family Guy makes fun of Matt Damon and Ben Affleck writing Good Will Hunting, and they show Ben Affleck on the couch like smoking and eating like snacks while Matt Damon is writing everything.
Yeah,
Like that was a Family Guy's like
I
cutaway.
do remember.
Now, what are your top '90s teens movies?
I love Camp Nowhere.
Okay.
Heavyweights.
Okay.
Was not.
95. 95.
Heavyweights killed it.
Dazed and Confused.
Yeah. Dazed and Confused is up there.
I
didn't really get into the American Pies like you did. I know you, because when that came out, that was more your age.
Yeah, you
range
were.
in the
Yeah,
90s.
you were young.
I was more heavyweights. Camp Nowhere.
Was Camp Nowhere a show or a movie?
No, remember that was where they
That-
took over Christopher Lloyd took over the camp with them?
Yeah. That's a good one.
I like that movie. That was a good one.
You mean when he kidnaps a bunch of kids?
What? he didn't do that.
I mean, he did and he didn't.
No, he was.
They will. They will. That's like saying.
No,
hey,
that was
kid,
one of their uncles.
No.
JD, that was one of their uncles.
It was not.
Anyway, Christopher Lloyd didn't actually do that. Camp Nowhere. Did you see Camp Nowhere?
I love Camp Nowhere. That's what's her name's first movie? Jessica Alba.
It's Alba.
Yeah, same difference. She's in that movie.
She is in that movie. That's correct.
She has a small part.
Yeah, there was a lot of actors who became pretty famous in that movie.
Well, who else?
The red hair. Oh my god, what the hell's her name? I forget. There was a couple actors who.
94.
Sandlot today is in the 90s. That was a big hit for us.
Yeah, that was. Yep. I'm not seeing any big names. You might have seen people and other things because they were like 90s actors.
And they had like cameos and stuff.
Like the one dude is like the douchebag guy in 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah, I didn't watch that movie.
You never seen 10 Things I Hate About You?
Is that where Heath Ledger is like dancing on the
Yeah.
in a story or whatever? Goonies, JD.
Goonies was 80s.
No.
Yes.
Goonies was 90s. Start Google.
You don't want me to Google this.
JD, it was not 80s.
It was 88 maybe?
It was 90.
It was not.
JD,
I'm doing it right now.
I think you're wrong here.
I'm doing it right now.
I'm pretty sure you're wrong.
1985. I was more than right.
Yeah, way off.
Yeah. Wow.
Really?
Yeah, that was 1985. That's in the realm of Breakfast Club, and Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Great movies.
They all came out in the mid 80s.
Who would you say your favorite director is?
It depends on what genre we're talking about. If we're talking about straight genre, like drama, it's Quentin Tarantino.
Steven Spielberg has been destroying the game.
I got right here. Shout out.
He's name dropping.
Shout out to Quentin Tarantino's new book, Cinema.
Isn't he in most of his movies?
Yeah. Yeah, he is in most of his movies, even through small parts. But I just got his book the other day because he breaks down all these movies.
Today, this is off topic a little bit.
Yep.
So we ordered lunch the other day, and I didn't order a drink, and I put it in a big order, and it flashed me back to when we were in North Carolina, and I would be like, I buy, you fly the normal. And I would put this like big elaborate order in, and I wouldn't order a drink just so you would have to order one drink and all this food.
I was refusing. I was ordering 2 drinks, and if I had to drink 2 drinks, then so be it. But what he's talking about is this is well before DoorDash days.
Well, oh my
And
God, Jay, if DoorDash was a thing, we would have a problem.
yeah, a huge problem, and not just our weight. So we lived in a really like random spot of the city in North Carolina in Durham. So it was a pain in the ass to drive anywhere because of all the one-way streets and how crazy parking was at our complex. So if you had a good spot and you had to lose it, it was gonna be a
Affect
rough day.
someone. Yeah.
So Chris would always say, if you go to McDonald's or you go to here or there, and if you do all the driving,
Backyard burger.
Backyard burger was good too.
Yeah.
The only problem is Chris liked to put in an order for 3 and then not get a drink. So that I'm ordering for 5 with one soda. A $45 order at McDonald's.
Even if I wanted a drink, I would not order a drink just to spite you.
And then so eventually I just started getting 2 drinks for myself.
That was funny.
That was not funny.
I
still do the same kind of math when I DoorDash. I'm like, well, I don't want them thinking I'm getting all this. I got to order some extra drinks.
DoorDash would have been a problem if it was a thing back then.
DoorDash would have been a problem if it was a thing 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Let alone when we lived in Mannheim.
We ordered the same pizza place 4 times a week, and every time we would call because of the Massachusetts number, they're like, "We don't deliver to hotel." I'm like, "Sir, we literally spent hundreds of dollars with you guys a week. You should have my number memorized."
We don't deliver to hotels. Why wouldn't you deliver to a hotel?
I feel like you get the most amount of money at a hotel.
I mean, and it's not like it's a hotel. It was a motel. And there was like 7 different rooms.
And the problem was, Chinese restaurant, they didn't deliver. So we had to go pick that up. That was the worst.
Most things did not deliver in Mannheim.
I know. And they also closed every Sunday.
Yeah, so that's why we had to get pizza all the time.
Because we would have leftovers for this. Yeah, that was a problem.
What else did you have written down?
I did write down some sports stuff.
Okay.
Sports things. The best all-around baseball player of all time. I chose someone. You can tell me if you agree or not agree. Would you like to hear my answer, sir?
I'm going to say either Pete Rose or Ichiro Suzuki.
Ken Griffey Jr.
Ken Griffey Jr. No, I love Ken Griffey Jr. I'm a left-handed batter. Every left-handed batter in the 90s.
He created the bat flip.
Was doing this in the 90s. Anybody in the 90s that was doing this, it was because of the kid. But he won 0 World Series.
Yeah, so did Phillip Rivers. He'll be in the Hall of Fame.
Phillip Rivers? Who are you talking about? Phillip Rivers is a quarterback.
Joe Montana was a quarterback, asshole.
Sir.
Go ahead.
Pete Rose had almost 5,000 hits.
Barry Bonds win?
What?
Barry Bonds win the World Series? No.
No. And he's not going to be in the Hall of Fame either.
Well, that's for other reasons, sir.
Still, he would be in the Hall of Fame.
Ken Griffey, 1v1 would beat Ichiro.
Okay, you can't 1v. They're both Mariners. They both played together on the same team.
I would argue that Ken Griffey is the best Mariner of all time. He's better than Ichiro.
I don't think so.
Ichiro, he was decent at defense, but he wasn't no Ken Griffey Jr.
He had 4,000 hits, the second most ever to Pete Rose.
Yeah, and they were all singles and doubles.
No, he had home runs too.
Where's the entertainment factor?
He had home runs. He was a producer. If he was up the bat and
Pete
somebody
Rose
was
ain't even going to make the Hall of Fame. He should make the Hall of Fame.
He should. I mean, now teams are like presented by FanDuel and doing all these promotions for FanDuel and
I
all that
know.
kind of stuff, and yet they want to keep PD out of the Hall of Fame.
Well, that's because of one guy they're keeping him out.
The whatchamacallit, the commissioner.
Yeah,
Which makes no sense because they're buying advertising from like DraftKings and FanDuel. There's all these different stadiums now that have
Remember, I bought the Pete Rose signed baseball. It says, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I cheated." Remember, it's written on the baseball.
no.
Yeah, I got it a couple years ago from Amazon.
And it says I'm sorry I cheated on it.
Yeah, or I'm sorry, I bet, or something like that.
You got to find that ball.
I will. I'll bring it on the next round.
Yeah. But 90s movies, also going back to that. What about 90s TV shows? Seinfeld.
Yeah. I love
Friends.
Cheers.
Cheers was like 80s, early 90s. Cheers is more of an 80s show.
Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince was 90s. But Seinfeld, Friends. We're talking sitcoms.
Yeah.
King of Queens. Everybody Loves Raymond.
Wasn't that 2000s?
It came out in the mid 90s and they finished in the early 2000s. But yeah, I mean, Everybody Loves Raymond came out in like 96, 97. You know what it was? Seinfeld ended in May of 1997, and September of 1997, King of Queens started. I've always remembered that because he went from being George's dad to Arthur in the basement in King of Queens.
Yeah.
And he didn't miss anything. He just had the summer off. But he played George's dad for 9 years. And then he played, her dad for 9 years.
Yeah.
So King of Queens, yeah, technically was early 2000s, but it started in 97. Everybody Loves Raymond started like 2 years before that. It was like 95, 96. There was a lot of great sitcoms in the 90s.
I would say, because at Nick at Night, I would say Fresh Prince is my number one. The Cosby Show.
That was 80s. That was like 86.
I thought that was the 90s.
It spilled into the 90s, but it started in the 80s is all I'm saying.
Oh, Married with Children.
Okay, that was 90s. It was like late 80s, early 90s. It was like 89, 90.
That was a funny show.
Yeah, and it still is a funny show. It's on Peacock. And if you're watching or listening and you're like, "Oh, I want to watch one of those shows." King of Queens, Everybody Loves Raymond, and what's the last one we just said?
Married with Children.
Married with Children are all on Peacock, available to watch.
Yeah.
Seinfeld's on Netflix. Friends is on HBO.
Shows? Are we allowed to plug shows?
Well, I mean, there's shows that we like. We can do whatever the hell we want. No one's paying us otherwise.
It's true.
Once you start paying the bills, maybe you can start calling the shots.
Calling the shots. I like how you have the thing in the background now.
What?
That the mountain.
The mountain?
Yeah, the comedy mountain.
Oh, you can see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I had it here the other day.
No, I didn't see it the other day. I saw more of our Sandlot picture back there.
Oh, okay. The Sandlot. Yeah, that's over there. I can't really reach that. It's in a weird spot. Yeah, we started a Sandlot team back I was in 4th or 5th grade. So you must have been like in 2nd or 3rd.
Yeah.
But our dad found a bunch of old jerseys from the 70s, which looking back on it, it's like finding jerseys from the 2000s.
It's true.
It's
They were
not that.
still in decent shape though.
Oh, they were all still in decent shape. We were able to field an entire team with jerseys, and we were the Mountie from Roadrunners.
That
Don't
was
even
pretty cool.
don't even know where we got the name from, but we did. Because yeah, I was 10, and we challenged a 12-year-old all-star team to a pickup baseball game.
A lot of people showed up to it.
Oh, I know. They had a big barbecue, and they made a whole big event out of it.
That was pretty cool.
And that was, wow, that was almost 30 years ago.
Yeah, you're old now.
No, that would have been like 20 some years ago, but still, it's,
No. Yeah, 24 years ago.
yeah,
Yeah, you're old. You know? Not me.
yeah, a little bit. No, it was 26 years ago because I was 10, and I'm 36 now.
Oldie.
Even worse.
I know. I think Jessica was just born that year before.
Yeah, or she was just born. Yeah, she was like 1 years old.
I was talking to Dad the other day. Remember when you were trying to learn how to drive, going to the movies?
Leaving the
And
movies.
what?
It
No,
was leaving
it
the
was before.
movies.
It was before the movies.
Okay.
When you were practicing parallel parking, and you are a good parallel parker now, but at the time you were not. And you yelled in the back seat, "Let me see you do it better." And I got in there. And what happened? I want to know the outcome to what happened there.
You got it in your first try.
Now I'm
But
still a better parallel parker than
no,
you.
you're not. Stop. That's
Jenny,
just.
I can no look parallel park now.
I don't even use the backup camera.
I don't have a backup. I have a backup. Now I do,
Yeah,
but I didn't.
yeah, but that's my. You've seen me park in some of the snuggest spots in North Carolina in that boat of a car that I had.
What happened? What happened leaving that movie theater?
I popped a curb.
About the curb. I'm just the fire hydrant.
Almost only counts if I did.
It's
Did I
close.
hit? Did I hit the fire hydrant?
Close.
Did it stay intact?
We did not touch the fire hydrant.
I don't even know what movie we saw.
Me neither.
All I know, all I know is that we almost died after.
Yeah. Oh, so maybe that North Carolina, me running that red light, was Karma's a little saying
No.
hello.
Oh, so you did that on purpose?
No, saying I did it on purpose.
Is that what you're saying?
I swore that was green. I could have sworn that was green.
It was green at one point, and then it was
No,
yellow.
it was green. I think what happened was
green,
it was
and then
green,
it was
and I started
yellow.
going. It was a fast light, and
It
it
was
turned.
green, and then it was yellow, and then it was red.
Yeah, but
It's this really weird thing that they just started doing recently, where it goes green,
those
and then
cars
it
coming
says
the one
yellow.
way, it must have been green for a little while because they were moving.
Because they were trying to make the yellow.
Oh. Oh. I don't know what I was thinking.
You were thinking, I'm going to take him out.
I would have been injured there too.
How? I would have cushioned all of it.
That was, oh my God. I'm pretty sure we got tapped. We got just a little bump in the old back.
And I'll never let you forget it.
Well, it was kind of your fault. You probably distracted.
How is I wasn't telling you go, 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 go. What else you have written down?
I'm trying to think. I have the I tried to do cities yesterday, and
Top 5 cities we've been to?
We'll do top 3 cities we've been to. Top 5 is hard.
Top 3 to visit or top 3 to live in?
Let's go top 3 states that we've traveled to together.
To live in or visit?
To visit. We're on our road trips.
Mass.
Master G, we live there.
Still love to visit it.
Okay.
A lot of the places that we've been to, we've also lived in.
I know.
So that's why it's tough to say because like I love visiting Mass. I love going up there all year round. It's a good time. I love Chicago. I love New York City. I love Boston.
Boston's in Massachusetts, sir.
No, it's not.
It's right there.
Since when?
My favorite state was I love Wyoming.
Why?
Because I like the scenery there. And Jessica's favorite state of all time is Montana.
Does she even remember Montana?
I don't know. How old were we?
Montana was like 2003, 2002.
Yeah, she remembers that. I love Texas.
I didn't go to
Texas is cool.
Texas.
Yes, you did.
Did not.
Judy, we went to Texas.
Just because we clipped the corner doesn't mean we went into Texas.
We were there. And
You went.
to
You went to Austin. Yeah, you went to Austin, not me. So you got that whole entire experience of like what Texas is like. When we hit Texas like we were just trying to hit it off our map.
Yeah.
And we just clipped the corner
I
of
think
it.
we went through the panhandle, like the top square.
I don't even think we did that.
No, we did. We did.
It's debatable. I don't remember doing all that. I remember like dipping into Texas real fast just to say we hit it, but I don't have.
I'm trying to. I love Chicago. Chicago is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Until you go missing, and I look at your location and it says South Chicago.
That was broken. I did not go anywhere near South Chicago. Chicago South. No, I wasn't. I was in Wrigleyville.
No, Ginny. When we were staying at that North Loop place, like the nice hotel, and we looked at your location and you were south of us. So we just said south.
Yeah, so not South Chicago. There's a huge difference between me being in Magnificent Mile, but south of you, as opposed to me in the heart of Southside Chicago going to try to catch a White Sox game.
I need to buy better headphones. These things are hurting the ears.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Is this what you use every single time, these earbuds?
To hear, yeah.
You step up that game. Why isn't that on air sign on back there? You are on the air.
Well, because you can't see it off camera. You can see it right now, but it doesn't actually. See, do a little of this, little of that. Just plug in. Oh, it's not gonna work because my thing's turned off.
That's nice.
My computer is turned off. Oh, right here. Boom.
It's not showing up on the thing.
I know.
There it is. I get it.
Got that for Christmas.
Jay, what's your favorite rom-com?
Favorite romantic comedy. I know what you're gonna say. Yours is.
What?
You've only seen it once.
What?
When Harry Met Sally.
It's a good one.
But my favorite rom-com would have to be My Best Friend's Girl with Dane Cook and
the name that no one knows, the guy from American Pie. You don't
Jason
know
Biggs. Jason Biggs. Yeah.
Do you know my friend from Massachusetts is in that?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, they shoot it in Boston.
Yeah, he was at the end. He was in the background at the restaurant where she like slaps him in the face.
Oh, I think I knew that.
Yeah.
But that's one of my favorite romantic comedies. Also
Shawshank. There we go.
romantic comedies. I don't think it was romantic what was happening to Duchesne, whatever his name is, when he was in the showers. I wouldn't call that romantic.
Let's see. Favorite rom-com.
What is it?
That's tough. What was that? What was that movie with Miles Teller and Zac Efron? That's a
something about awkward. That awkward moment.
That's a pretty good movie.
Pretty good. It's not as good as Going the Distance.
No. Oh, that's my number one.
I'm gonna DJ.
Day. Yeah.
I'm gonna DJ your hookup.
I want to DJ. Yeah.
And he kept taking his shit with the door open and trying to have conversations with everybody.
Yeah, that's a funny movie.
Yeah, Going the Distance.
Justin Long and Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, but even like, what's her name as like the sister-in-law, and Jim Gaffigan as the brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Christina Applegate.
Christina. Why say Kate?
Did you say Tina?
Kate.
Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson. Oh. Would Fool's Gold be a romantic comedy?
Yeah, if you like horrible movies.
That's Dad's favorite movie.
I know.
You don't like Fool's Gold? Sir.
I couldn't get... I never liked it.
Edit it out.
You know what microphones do, right?
What?
When you whisper into it, I still hear it.
Okay.
Don't you like Quentin Tarantino movies?
I do. I do like them. I like Pulp Fiction. Yeah, Pulp Fiction is up there. I like Dusk Till Dawn. It's a good movie.
Not even one of his. I mean, he wrote it, and he was in it, but it's he didn't direct it. His best friend directed it.
What else? Hold on.
What's that guy's name? Paul Rodriguez? Dusk Till Dawn? It's really gonna bother me. What's his name? Robert Rodriguez. That's who he wrote it. That's who he wrote it with.
What's the movie? The Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs, the classic, early '90s. That was his first movie.
There was a lot of hit actors in that too.
Oh yeah, I mean even Steve Buscemi was a new actor then.
Yeah.
Like no one knew who Steve Buscemi was. And I still like all. Did you see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yeah. With Brad Pitt and
Leo.
Yeah. She's watching Moana.
Is that what she's doing?
Yeah.
Has she ever seen it before?
Well, I watched Moana probably 2 or 3 times a day, so yeah, she's seen it before. I know all the words to the movie, including the songs.
By choice.
It's a great movie. There's actually really a lot of scenery.
I never seen it.
Come here. You'll see it at least 4 times.
I was just there and I didn't see it.
She's back and forth between that and Frozen 2. So, these are her.
No, she was like all moody when I was there over the weekend.
Because you came in the morning. She was sass in the morning.
She wasn't sassy. She
Was.
wasn't. Was is she? It sounds like she's sassier at night.
Yeah. So last night, she decided to be not tired, and she stayed up until 3 a.m. watching Shrek. So, with me, we watched Shrek. Courtney was pissed.
Well, yeah. I mean, you stayed up 3 a.
She wouldn't. She wouldn't go back to sleep.
She's watching the living room.
Yeah.
Just sat up in the living room watching Shrek all night.
Yeah. Watching Shrek.
Your neighbors, man. They're looking. They're peeping down through the window. They're like, "Is he watching Shrek again? I don't even see a baby around."
Shrek is a great movie. Don't hate on Shrek.
No, I'm not hating on Shrek. Shrek's an instant classic.
Do you know Shrek's 22 years old now?
Oh, that made me feel old.
2001. That movie came abroad.
And that has that has in it somebody who used to be a great stand-up comedian.
Did it? Eddie Murphy is a better stand-up comedian than two of those people on that mountain back there.
No, he's not.
Pump those brakes. Unless you're talking about Mike Myers, then maybe. But Eddie Murphy's better than Dave Chappelle and Jerry Seinfeld back there.
No, he's not. He's only did 2 specials.
2 iconic specials.
Okay.
What?
And so is Chappelle.
No, but Jerry Seinfeld didn't, and he was a terrible actor.
No.
Jerry Seinfeld broke every single day touring acting. Best actor on Seinfeld was Mr. Cosmo Kramer.
Yeah, he never broke.
Best actor on the whole entire show.
And Jason Alexander would also be. No, he was a great actor though. And Julia Louis-Dreyfus has a bunch of Emmy awards and a bunch of other awards. What were we talking about before you really interrupted? Oh, Shrek 4 or Shrek or whatever.
No, Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy did 2 really good stand-up comedy years.
Yes.
He had 2 great specials.
And what did Jerry Seinfeld have?
Jerry Seinfeld's had multiple.
He would have the same joke. What's the deal with this?
And what's the deal with that? Yeah, he started a whole genre. Observational comedy was mostly because of Jerry Seinfeld. Simple as that. It's called observational comedy. And Seinfeld was in the forefront of doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, he was. And Dave Chappelle keeps on winning awards for all his specials.
Dave Chappelle belongs up there before Jerry Seinfeld.
Okay.
But Eddie Murphy belongs on that mountain.
He belongs maybe on your mountain, but he's definitely not on my Mount Rushmore. Who else is on your Mount Rushmore than comedians?
Sam Kinison.
Okay.
Kevin James. Aziz Ansari.
That's 4. So that's where so no George Carlin, no Richard Pryor.
You could have came and saw Aziz Ansari with me, remember? And you denied the tickets.
Yeah, that's fine. I ended up seeing Sebastian Maniscalco 5 feet from me.
Well, Aziz Ansari was 2 feet from us.
No, you were like in the 3rd row. That's like a solid 30 feet.
So close. Remember Kevin James? The Kevin James comedy show that we went to, and we sat down in those seats, and the seats were from like 1954, and they're made for people who weigh about $120.
At Hershey Theater.
Yeah.
I refuse to go back because of that.
They are made for people who literally weigh 120 pounds tops.
Yeah, I don't know how anybody is going there and being like, This is a good theater to sit in.
Yeah, these are comfy seats.
I'm comfortable right now. Yeah, there was a bunch of comedians that came through that I refused to go see, even though they were a mile away from me.
The worst seats ever.
I mean, they were great seats.
No, yeah, and it was a cool venue, but they needed to update their seat ability.
Their seating.
Seatability.
Seating.
Comfortability.
Let's talk about how Psych is one of the best shows ever.
Never got into it.
Yeah, you don't like comedies?
Well, just doesn't do anything for me.
Don't. Not you, Sean.
Not you, Sean.
How does it not do anything for you?
I couldn't get into it.
I think if you tried again, you would.
One of the best shows ever created was Criminal Minds.
Like, so that's what's called a serial?
A serial.
It's called a serial TV show. Because each episode
is different. Gotcha.
Like there's hardly any.
Well,
like,
you would
storylines.
consider Psych a serial.
Yeah.
show.
Yeah. And just like on Criminal Minds, they eventually show more of the main characters' lives, because Psych you eventually see, into their personal.
I know. Life. I just didn't get into that. It's
Yeah.
not that good of a show.
Why watch something funny and hilarious and something that tugs on the heartstrings?
Hey, how about let's talk about when you were watching Boy Meets World.
Okay.
And you were living at Mom and Dad's house, so was I. And
yeah,
I heard sobbing coming from your room. Full sobbing. So
no, that's not how the story. You caught me in the kitchen, still teary-eyed.
No, not teary-eyed, sir. You were crying.
And
you were crying. I said, "Is everything all right?" And you're like, "Sean's dad." I'm like, because we knew a bunch of Sean's, and we're like, "Oh my God, is everything okay?" You're like, "Sean, Boy Meets World, is that?" And I'm like, "Jay, you got a problem." You were crying over an episode that you probably seen a dozen times.
You're telling me you can watch Sean's dad die and not cry?
I never watched the episode.
Well, you would cry.
Probably, maybe once when I saw it, like the first time, like leading up to it, yes.
Well, this was me watching it again with fresh eyes.
How many times have you seen that episode?
Half dozen.
Half dozen. Have you cried on every single time you've seen that episode?
Depends on how much I'm paying attention, but yeah.
That's a problem, sir.
I don't foresee it being a problem. I cry a lot. So what? Are you trying to take my manhood card from me?
No, I tear up at stuff. I definitely cry at stuff. I cry at commercials.
You probably watch Frozen 2 and cry.
No, I don't. Not anymore.
But you already did.
Not Frozen 2.
Moana?
No.
I don't know. I never seen the movie, so I don't know if there's any like cry-worthy.
There's no parts like that in it.
Not like the Lion King where it's showing death in the first couple minutes.
Brother kills brother. It's like you taking me out.
You're trying to say you're the king?
Oh, I am Mufasa in this situation.
I mean, you did make yourself Mufasa.
I know. You're more like a Scar.
Why? It's like I walk around with a bunch of hyenas?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying because Scar's the older brother.
Okay.
So you're the older brother.
So what you're trying to say is I just can't wait to be king.
Well, that's Simba.
That was Scar too, or else he wouldn't have been so butthurt about his brother being king.
No, but Simba sang that song.
When?
Yeah, that was Simba.
I know. I was joking with you.
Scar did that weird song with the hyenas with your friends.
With my friends.
The hyenas. That is a good movie though. Toy Story. Toy Story 4 when they're dropping into that fire pit. Yeah, I cried in the movie theaters.
I don't think I saw Toy Story 4.
Missing out.
You just gave away the ending. They all get dropped into a fire chipper.
No. At the end, they get scooped up by those 3 aliens.
Tell me more about the ending.
Well, I'm saying they get scooped up by those aliens that they saved in the first one.
So now they get saved.
Now they get saved.
Now it's got to be your bull.
It's got to be your bull.
Can you say that right?
What?
From Tommy Boy?
Which part?
That part.
Yeah, I could hold on. I can. Hold on. Give me the first 2 words of it.
I can get
a good look at a bull's ass, but I'd rather take the butcher's word for it.
Wait, no, that's not it.
Yes, it is.
No, I can get a good look at a
bull's ass, but I'd rather take the butcher's word for it.
Is that what it is?
Yes. There's no need to Google it. I'm right. You think you're so cool with that new phone, don't you?
You're just jealous. I'll tell you what, you can get a good look at a T-bone by sticking your head up a bull's ass, but I'd rather take the butcher's word for it. You forgot T-bone.
But I was right there.
You were right there, but I knew it was missing something. It was T-bone.
That's not even my favorite scene of the movie.
Why? What's your favorite scene in the movie?
Bees! They're everywhere! Your firearms are useless against them!
Oh my God! He goes, "Don't worry, I've got an idea." I like when he says, "I've got a plan." He goes, "Hold up, everybody! It's only take a moment." And everyone just throwing their guns at him
again, and yeah.
The little cop's like, he came from behind me, and he swung up from behind me.
Oh my God! I was flipping through the channels, and it was Orange County, and it was Jack Black doing this, and I said, "You better not! You better not!"
She said, "I hate my job. I'm gonna burn this mother down." And I said, "You better not.
We got a runner."
And then he goes, "You better not. You better not." And then the lights, they started flickering. He started flickering, and it was like the freaking 4th of July coming off the lights. And he goes, "Where your pants at, Joe John?"
He's our friend. We got a runner.
About 200 pounds and kind of portly.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, that was early 2000s.
That was a funny movie.
That was Tom Hanks's Colin Hanks.
Colin Hanks.
That was just one of his first big movies.
That was funny.
I just watched that recently too. I forget where I saw it at. But it's one of those movies that's still hilarious to watch. And Mr. Fischoeder's in that.
Yeah.
He plays he plays the other writer that he looked up to.
I can't believe that Mr. Fran is
Michael Bolton.
Yeah, Michael Bolton from
Office Space.
Office Space, yeah.
Yeah. I know, because he was so
he's so different in that movie than he is in Bob's.
Yeah. Because Bob's, he's the kind of person that he's what they call the Shamil. The Shamil? The person that everybody makes fun of. He's like the Jerry.
Yeah.
The Jerry in Parks and Rec.
Oh my God. Ron Swanson is the best character ever created for TV sitcoms.
ever created in all TV sitcoms.
Comedic, yes, TV sitcoms.
Ever.
Ever. Dad and I have a Ron Swanson day.
I'm trying to...
Where we eat steaks and we eat bacon and drink Lagavulin.
I'm trying to combat you with somebody possibly better.
Who?
Cosmo Kramer.
No. I think that...
I mean, no. You just said no, like Kramer's not even in the discussion.
No, Kramer's top 3, but he doesn't beat Ron Swanson. Maybe he was the Ron Swanson at that time.
Of the 90s.
Yeah, maybe. I'll give you that one.
Parks and Rec came out in 2009, 2008.
Yeah.
So I'll give you Ron Swanson is the greatest in the last 15 years.
Yeah. Everyone knows Ron Swanson.
And everyone knows Cosmo Kramer.
A lot of people don't know his first name unless you actually watch the show.
Which I did. And that's why I know his first name's Cosmo.
Which I did too.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, remember I watched it all throughout Mannheim.
After I'm thinking of Dad and Friends.
The orange monster is better than that monster.
Why?
Tastes better.
I like the way this tastes.
It's like tangerine or something like that. It's like the sunrise one or something.
Presented by Monster.
No, we're not. We're not.
They pay for these kind of things. And then they got... What else do I got in here? Liquid Death.
I feel like you shouldn't drink that. I feel like that's bad for the old ticker.
It's called Bury It Alive and tastes like blueberries. Pretty good. I mean, Liquid Death is water. It's just
that's not water.
Yeah, yes it is. It's seltzer water right there.
No.
Just because it comes out of a can doesn't mean it's not water.
Pure water.
All Liquid Deaths are all come out of a tall boy can. I have 4 cases of them downstairs.
I don't know if that's good for you, that stuff.
The seltzer water?
No, it just sounds aggressive.
Liquid Death.
Yeah.
I think that's what they were going for.
For it to sound aggressive, that's not really a good selling point, is it?
It says murder your thirst on their cans.
Jesus.
Well, if you're thirsty, you're going to want to murder it.
Or you can just drink like Deer Park.
Murdered.
Or like drink Poland Spring or something.
Why? It doesn't come out of a cool 24-ounce can. Listen, I don't drink alcohol. I can't get cool 24-ounce tall boys anymore.
I don't drink beer either.
You don't?
Just whiskey.
You still drink beer.
I do.
I was gonna
100%. 100% do.
So.
But
what else you written down for tonight?
That I pretty much covered it tonight.
Is that what you did?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because I wanted to hear more Tarantino movies from you besides the 2 most famous ones. Did you see Django Unchained?
That was a good one. I did see that one. Yeah.
What about Inglourious Bastards?
That was him? Then
Yeah.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah, that's Tarantino.
Yeah, then that was definitely my favorite one.
Kill Bills or both Tarantino?
I didn't watch theirs.
But did you see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yeah, when it first came out. Why does it look like you're about to quiz me?
I didn't want to give away the ending, but I kind of want to hear the ending.
No, we're not giving away endings.
No, we can give away. Spoiler alert. If you don't want to know the ending, Chris is going to tell us the ending right now.
No, I didn't watch the ending.
You just turned it off halfway through, or you didn't see it?
Yeah, I did. I turned it off halfway through.
Yeah. I heard that. I heard that a lot. Happened a lot.
I didn't see it. I saw most of it.
You got to see the whole entire thing for the payoff at the end.
But it's 3 hours long.
I've watched it like 100 times. It's worth it.
My attention span isn't that strong.
What do you got? Like a 2-year-old running around?
Yeah, yeah. Within an hour of a movie going on, she's screaming. She's screaming, "Mana, mana!"
Meaning you better change this damn channel.
You saw the one video I sent in the family group
When she was like shaking.
when she was screaming Moana because I turned it off. Or no, I paused it for 1 second to take a work call. She was screaming like I just threw the TV away.
Well, that's what happens.
That's what happens, I guess. We don't have time to watch movies anymore.
Well, we'll see if we can get a second episode in this week.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll shoot for like Friday.
Friday night's cool.
Maybe have some topics ready to go. I'll try to think of something.
Yeah, think of some things.
All right, I'm gonna put this up and get this all edited together.
Take out the Kevin Hart thing, please. Thank you.
What Kevin Hart thing?
In the with that whole entire area, just take it out.
We'll see. We'll see how much I feel like editing.
No, I don't want you saying the racism thing.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bro.
Yeah.
Good session, bro.
Good session.
See ya.
See ya.